Hi, Sagittarius. This is Jeffrey. This is Red Color. And this is the June reading, Tarot. All right. So the energy is ask. And this is what I got. Go into your heart and ask, how can I improve my life? What is my highest desire? What would be the most healing thing for me to do? How can I make my life better? How can I be more comfortable, etc.? Ask, receive, and then act on it. Okay. That being said, I'm going to ask. I need 2 cataract operations. Not a big surprise. You've been watching me for a while. Can't say anything. And it's gotten worse and worse, and I finally got the diagnosis. So I put together a GoFundMe because I'm not in a financial position to afford the operations. So anything that you can do would really be appreciated. And if you could share my GoFundMe on social media, that would be wonderful. It would really help me out a lot. So that's where I'm at. All right, I'm doing all of them today. I'm doing all of them today. So ask, go inside and ask. It's like, what's the most important thing for me? How can I heal? How can I take care of myself better? How can I love myself more? How can I receive more love? How can I be more comfortable, etc.? Because sometimes I think a lot of us just act on rote of, what, is in front of us. And sometimes it's like, well, that's not really what I want. Like maybe you're in a certain industry and you want a new job, and then, you realize it's like, well, I'm going after jobs that I don't want. I'm going from the frying pan into the fire, right? So I think it's important to sit and get still. And I feel like that's the energy for everyone. All right, let's see what the cards have to say. I put on a microphone because I don't want you to hear the fan. It's not very loud, but it's loud enough. Okay. Preface. Very interesting beginning. Queen of Wands, which could be you. 10 of Cups, great card. Ooh, the Tower. I mean, she's the Queen of Time, right? And then have this card of like the promise coming true, right? The emotional fulfillment. But then I have the Tower, and the Tower is like, you know what I think this is? The Tower is an odd card, and a lot of times it's like things coming from the outside and shaking things up. What I think this is you had this idea of, well, if I have all this stuff in my life or something like that, then everything is, lovely and beautiful. And maybe it's almost like I got what I wanted. When I say I mean you, I got what I wanted, and I realized I need something bigger. Like I need to break free from maybe the constraints of society or what other people think is the right thing for me. It's time for me to step into my passion. It's time for me to step into the thing that really makes me sing, the thing that gets me out of bed in the morning. Like maybe it's, I'm gonna say that's what it feels like. Like my supposed wish came true. Now that I have it, it's like I kind of think I want something else. Oh, an opening. And I'm open and looking for opportunities. And I'm ready to walk away from, I'm ready to walk away. I'm ready to walk toward my passion. I'm ready to walk toward um, what I really want to do. What I really want to do. Um, what I thought was going to be my happiness and my stability isn't really serving its purpose. It isn't really satisfying me. It isn't really my heart's desire. Maybe I thought it was, or maybe at one time it was, but now it's no longer. Interesting. Okay. And you know, the tower has come up quite a bit because I'm doing everything in order this month for a change. Yeah, there's something subconscious that it's almost like a secret. It's almost like a secret that I've kept from myself. And now that things have been shaken up, it's coming to the light. Excuse me. Wow. All right. So there's been a big change physically, either with finances or with health or with my sense of security. And, you know, even though it seems on the out, maybe it might seem to other people like it's um, like this awful thing, and I'm kind of relieved. I'm kind of like, I'm ready to look at things in a new light. Wow, breathing. And begin anew to break through from my own sense. So, okay. If you've been watching me for I had a fire, I lost everything. Okay, great. And and it was, you know, jarring to say the least. And then I moved to Mexico, and overall, it's really been a blessing. I don't feel tied in a way that I used to. Uh, there's this freedom in living in a different country that can't really be described. I don't really have to fit into um, American society, and I don't really have to fit into Mexican society either. I could just fit into me, and it's almost like it feels like a relief. That's what it really feels like, and like I'm ready to act on it. I'm ready to go to a place I've never gone before because there's nothing to go back to. Like I'm ready to go to a place that I've never gone before. Um, and I'm going to let my intuition take me on a trip or something like that of healing, of intuition, love, of like all this. It's almost like something has fallen apart, and it's really been a blessing because I have 3 pages, by the way, so it's all new. Um, because now I'm free to pursue what I really want to pursue. Yeah, yeah, and I'm moving forward into it. You know, and it's almost like there's an energy sometimes in this card of my hope is in the future in another place, in another in another place. Yeah, that like I'm going to build a new sense of stability. This feels like a divorce. Sort of feels like a divorce, or walking away from a job that you've been at for a long time, or and you're kind of excited about it, actually. You're kind of excited about it. It's almost like it needed to end in the way it needed to end in order for you to put this fire underneath you and say, okay, where am I going now? Well, I've always wanted to live in a different country. I've always wanted to try my hand at, yeah, I've changed my mind. I'm no longer following the rules. And if I'm careful with my money, I'll be fine. Interesting. If I'm careful with my money, I'll be fine. You know what it feels like? It feels like it's a wild reading. It's like the wildest reading I think I've ever given you. It feels like, um, like it's almost like your higher mind, your higher self that it's been brewing in the background for a long time. It is coming to the fore. And it's like, well, now that I don't have this responsibility, I'm free to go and do whatever I want to do, which, really appeals to Sagittarius anyway. What a weird reading. All right. Take care of myself in a new way that's full of like intuition and love and newness and excitement and intuition and healing to establish something new. Wow. 3 5s. Change. Be completely open to new ideas, completely open to like your instinct, your intuition, trying something new, taking a chance, big time taking a chance. And I feel like something just disintegrated in a way. It's like, you thought you had it all figured out, and now you don't. And believe me, I can relate. Because I'm still figuring stuff out here. Believe me. Wow. What a wild reading. Wild. Okay. I mean, if it resonates with you, then, I hit it on target. If it doesn't, then I'm completely off target. But it's with the tower here, it's like, wow. And the other big card here is the Hierophant. So that's interesting. The Hierophant is about establishing something. The Hierophant is about establishing something, something that's going to last. It's really about like following your higher wisdom. It's like this opportunity to follow your higher wisdom. This is wild. Let me show you the cards. Through a lot. Okay. All right. My sense of stability needs, I've had a change of heart about my sense of stability, my sense of self-worth and self-care, because of something that happened. And this fairy tale that I was living into, it was time to change. And there are other opportunities somewhere else. And my subconscious is brewing, and it tells me where my healing, my intuition is guiding me toward building something new. I've changed my mind. And I'm going to be really wise and practical with what I do next in a different place to help me establish something new. And I'm ready to get going to build it and to go where the light is, where my light is leading. I'm going to where my light is leading. I'm going toward like a new sense of home, a new sense of home. And I've been living here 2 years, and um, not like I don't remember what happened, but my sense of myself, home and myself, has changed really drastically. And it's been quite the process. You'll be victorious. You're supported. You're supported in this. And this is, I've had more than one tower moment in my life, that's for sure. And when it's happening, right after it happens, it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? And then like a year later or 6 months later or whatever, it's like, oh my God, what a blessing that was. I was stuck. I was stuck. And, sometimes like our higher self or our angels or guides shake us up to such an extent because our soul needs to grow, because our soul needs to move into the next phase. And it's weird, and there's a lot of unsurety, I guess. And it's like, this is why I talk about meditation and stuff all the time, because at the end of the day, that's what I can rely on, is my relationship with myself, my relationship with spirit. Because things change, jobs change, relationships change, money changes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to have to rely on my own tenacity, my own smarts, my own sense of adventure, and my own hope, my own intuition to get through this. That's what I thought. Wow. Wow. Right. Quite the reading. Really quite the reading. Like, probably, definitely the most intense reading I've given for anyone this month. Okay. Um, sometimes like a breakdown is a breakthrough. Sometimes a breakdown is a breakthrough. A lot of times. Blessings. Blessings.